Hi YouTube, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, Elizabeth here. So, today is June 13th. Yes, Saturday, June 13th. Got my book. We have a new moon tomorrow, Sunday. New moon in Gemini, 10:54 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So check your own location. I thought I would just do something different. I'm going to do a card pull for each of the signs. It's based on your rising sign, whole sign houses. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I have a couple of decks. I have my Barbara Moore's deck. I have my Light Seer Tarot's deck. I also have the Oracle of Energies of Oracle. I'm sorry, I probably just totally botched that. I did. Oracle of Seven Energies by Colette Baron Reed, and the Creative Sacred. I'm trying to rush through this, like Holy Gemini. The Creators, the Sacred Creators Oracle. Okay, so that's just the decks I'm going to use. I'm just going to go back and forth between each deck and pull. So how are you? So I just wanted to say a couple things before I get started. This moon is ruled by Mercury. Uranus is in Gemini now. Uranus has not been back in Gemini 48 years, so it's almost like a whole new start again. So we're setting new intentions. The new moon is at 24 degrees of Gemini, so wherever you have 24 degrees of Gemini in your chart, this is where the energy is being activated. And it's also working with, there's a sextile between Mercury and Cancer, transiting Mercury and Cancer, and Mars in Taurus. So there's a conversation moving around here. And then we also have a square between Uranus, which is the higher octave of Mercury, squaring the lunar nodes. So we've got a lot of energy moving there, but the sextile brings in opportunities. The new moon, we plant seeds, and squares are always great for pressure that allows us to take action and make a choice. And that's our choice, so that always propels us forward. I don't see squares as, I used to see them as real challenges, and they can be, but we get we're the deciding person on how that's going to be. So I actually kind of like them now. It can often get us out of a rut. Sometimes it's just our perspective on how we see things. So I'm going to start with the Sacred Creators, Sacred Creators. This is going to be, I'm going to start with Aries just to make it easier. So if you're an Aries rising, this new moon is happening in your third house. The sextile is going to be between Mercury in the fourth and Mars in the second. So this new moon is sandwiched between the first, or the fourth and the third house. So let's just see what wants to come in for you. What Spirit wants you to know, or your higher self. Creator water. Okay. Creator water. Creator water. Something in the emotional field, the dreaming field. Let's see what else. Oh, Page of Cups. Beginner energy, emotionally. Tower. That feels like the Mars in the second house. Something gets something breaks free. I'm tripping over my tongue. Through the emotion. Okay? Greater water, Page of Cups. Pages are new, they're young, they're inspirational, they're at the beginning phases. And it comes through fast. Mars keeps things moving. There's not going to be stagnicity here for you, Aries rising. Okay? So, Aries rising. Let's go to Taurus rising. So, Taurus rising. Your new moon is happening in your second house. Oh, somebody's already spoken. A Grand Symphony. Waking the Lion. Wow. So, Mercury is in your third house of communication. You might find a whole new way of speaking out boldly. And Mars is in your second house of your value and worth. So, something new is beginning there to plant a seed there. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's see what the tarot has to say to go with that for you, Taurus. Wow. Grand Symphony. You know, Taurus is so slow moving. They're very methodical, and Grand Symphony, it's like, you know, you really can take the time. Even with energy moving fast, that doesn't speed you up. You have the ability to sit with that symphony and really hear the tune coming in. Really, the sensuality of that music, like Taurus, just anything art, anything artistic. Okay, let's see. You've got two cards again. Page of Cups. Wow. So we just had the Page of Cups with Aries as well. Page of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, this is a new moon. Aces are potential. So whatever it is you're planting in this second house of value and worth, which even though Gemini's new moon is there, Taurus, you rule that house. There's great potential here. Okay, so Gemini, let's go back to Gemini risings. What the creative sacred wants to say here. Gemini rising. So this is happening in your first house of identity. You've got Mercury in your third, Mars in your second. Whoops. And feeling the fastness of Mercury here and of Gemini. Like, I feel this need to do this really fast, which is, Gemini is fast, but maybe that's a tie-in to the whole energy of this new moon, right? Really fast, okay. Gemini rising is first house. Changes. And can you see where it's blowing off? So this is a flower of life. Something that it's like seeds are being blown in a new direction. Wow. Wow, Gemini. Get ready. What does this tarot want you to know? Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands. Time to get out of stuck patterns, because you got choices underneath coming in. Everything's a choice. I don't think I'm allowed to show that on YouTube, so sorry. And the Lover's card is a choice. Lover's card is, but I think the Lover's card is connected to Gemini. Okay, so Cancer. My Cancer risings. Okay, so this is happening in your 12th house. So 12th house, you know, the subconscious, the unconscious, things that are hidden, the place of rest. This could be very subtle for you, could come through your dreams, could just, you know, flow in. You've got Mercury in your first house, transiting your first house, and you've got Mars in the 11th of your community, your bigger hopes and wishes. So what did the Oracle of Seven want to say to you? Cancer risings. You've got 3 here. Okay. Oh, Call of the Muse, Time Machine, Storyteller. Now the Storyteller is Gemini. So what story are you telling yourself? Time Machine. This is very 12th house. So this is all about, you know, travel, time travel. And the Call of the Muse, your creative energy. This is in the unseen world. Wow. I don't even know if there's an exact word for, but you have a chance here to rewrite your story. And you're going to best access that through your dream state, Cancer. Okay? What does the tarot want you to know? That's fascinating for Cancer risings. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If you found this video, then there's something here that, there's something in there that's aligning with whatever you need to hear at this moment, regardless of how things might appear right now. There's a hidden message coming through, so just, you know, allow it to manifest within you. Okay. Strength. Lean into your strength, Cancer. Okay, so that's for my Cancer risings. Leo risings. Let's go back to this. Leo. So Leo, this new moon is happening in your 11th house. Your house of community, your house of hopes, wishes, and dreams. Let's see what creative, and you're creative, Leo. So this came out nice, getting the creator, sacred creators for you, my Leos. What do you need to know? What's this new moon about for you? Some of you are going to roar. I just heard that. Bliss is worth creating from. Bliss is worth creating from, for, or from. Beautiful. Heart of the lion. And then you've got this fearless expression. Wow, that's so Leo. Leo really is, in its highest expression, Leo is fearless. So beautiful. Leo, let's see. What does the tarot want you to know? Leo rising. So you have Mercury's in your 12th house, and you have Mars moving through your 10th house of career. So something might come through that seems hidden to you. You might not understand yet. Your house of the hidden, the subconscious or unconscious patterns, stuff like that. And it wants to work with your career. So we got the Page of Swords. So you could have something really, something clear, some clarity come in very fast. Page, it's young, it's new. And that's an air sign, which Gemini is. So Page of Swords, when we get fast, when we're in this kind of fast energy, it can be helpful to put down or write down any idea that comes in, because it can be fleeting. It can be a great idea, but you got to grab it. Just like sextiles, they're opportunities. However, you have to act on them. And underneath, we have the Three of Pentacles for you, which is collaboration. So I want to pull the top too. Oh, King of Swords. You're going to know this. So you are going to know it with no uncertainty. Interesting how we got the Page, which is the youngest, and then the King, which is, you know, the very opposite end. So whatever information comes through, grab a hold, okay? Oh, my light just went out, sorry. Give me 1 sec. My internet, whew, that's Uranus, right? Really changing things up. Let me see. Here we go. So sorry. How's that? Okay. I should have paused it, but I didn't. Sorry. Leo, so now we are at 15 minutes and I'm halfway through. Virgo rising. So Virgo, this is happening. Gemini new moon is happening in your 10th house of your career. That's beautiful. That's at the top of your chart. So what is the energy coming through for you, my Virgos? You have Mercury in your 11th house of community. You have Mars. in your 9th house. Beliefs, philosophies, learning. Mercury, or Virgo Mercury rules you as well. So let's see, what is the energy here for you, your Virgos? Broke open. Wow. Something in your career. That is beautiful. Broken open. I want to say the healer is healed. Virgo risings, right? Wow, I'm getting tingles on that. And on the bottom of the deck, I just couldn't help but look. Into me I see. Oh, Virgos. Your time to shine is now. That is absolutely so, so beautiful. So, so beautiful for you. So, trust in what you get. Don't talk yourself out of it. Whatever intention you're going to set here, Virgo. How do I want to say this? Allow for the magic. Because Virgos are so great. 10th house Virgo, I would hire anybody who, you know, was a Virgo rising. I mean, Virgos, Capricorns, all that earth energy is so solid and structured. But Virgo, you can be so self-critical. So don't do that to yourself this time. Allow yourself to just allow your true expression to come through. Okay, that's all I want to say there. So, yeah, wow. This could be a time where you find you want a new belief system, or you're feeling a new belief system. Oh yeah, 7 of Swords. So this is lies. 7 of Swords is lies, sneaking away. This is how I'm reading it. I have Ace of Wands on the bottom. I'm going to take that. So Ace of Wands is creativity, right? It's the potential for what you really hold inside. Don't let this is, I know this is traditionally, this is outside people manipulating, lying, and trying to get away with things, but I feel like this is your critical self saying, no, you can't do this. That's too big, you know, it needs to be done in this order, and it doesn't line up that way. But the Ace of Wands is saying, let this go. Lean into the creativity, into the magic, because where we're moving is fast, and you want to go with that flame. Okay, you want to move with that fire, with that energy. You want to take it forward. Okay, so that's for my Virgos. Now we're into my Libras. Beautiful Libras. Gemini is happening. This Gemini new moon is happening in your 9th house. So that is your belief systems, philosophy, higher learning, long distance travel. I'm going to put those back because they kind of all fell out. Long distance travel. Yeah, you could be setting a new intention here. Maybe you want to learn something new. Maybe you want to go somewhere new. Maybe you just want to explore your beliefs. But okay. Limitations inspire innovations. So again, that really feels, that's the Merkaba on there. So limitations inspire innovation. So you might, I feel like this is a nod to looking and follow through. So if you wanted to set seeds on something new within that realm of the 9th house, of maybe a belief system, maybe setting seeds, looking at a new belief system, maybe traveling, learning about different cultures, whatever it is in that area, philosophy. Maybe you want to teach something, or you want justice in something. Spirit wants you to go for it. Okay, so let's see what the Oracle wants to say to you. Did something just land out there? Okay, sorry. Oh, Ace of Swords. That's the truth, what I just said. Also King of Pentacles. Whatever it is that you want to work with, this is all of it. Like you've got it within you. You know, King of Pentacles is someone who is a accumulated everything, right? Through time, energy, effort, belief of self too. Pentacles, so it's earth energy. It's really grounding. Your Mercury is in the 10th house of your... Mercury is in the 10th house, and your Mars is in the 8th house. The 8th house is all about transformation. So again, aces are all about potential. So seeing the truth of something. You are Libra, I mean, that's who you are. So lovely. Setting the seeds there is lovely. Okay, Scorpio. My Scorpios, this new moon is happening in your 8th house of death and transformation. So let's see what the Oracle of 7 has to offer you. Okay. Mercury is in your 9th house and Mars is in your 7th. House of beliefs, sextiling with relationships. And then, you know, setting new intentions in the 8th house of death and transformation. You rule the 8th house, Scorpio, so hey, it's whatever you want. Ha, the land between. Okay, so the land between. So in between worlds, you could feel like that right now. A lot of us are. This new moon that is happening in the 8th house, you're sitting in between the 9th and the 7th. Relationships, and then, you know, maybe philosophies. Maybe there's something here you want to transform within that. Scorpio, how does that resonate? Let's find out what the tarot wants to say or has to say to you. Oh, my nose is running. Anybody got bad allergies? Scorpio, my Scorpios. Those have been interesting. Whoa, well, there's your card, the Death card. We got 3 cards for you, Scorpio. We got Death. We got the Chariot, that's fast. And then we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the Knight of Swords can come in fast and sharp. So this is a nod to... this feels like a nod to your words. No, because words can be cutting. So if there's something that you want to set a new intention on in your belief systems, and the sextile gives you an opportunity, you know, to move through different relationships and help you go where you need to go. 9th house, this to me is for the travel. You're gonna have to speak up, and it can be fast coming energy. Just be careful how you wield that sword, how you might speak what you need to say. Scorpios, you know, Mercury is air energy. Mercury, like air energy working through a Scorpio. Scorpio's the researcher. So they're really good at that. Scorpio can be really direct when it needs to say something. Just be careful you don't, you know, leave bite marks when you say what you need to say. That's what I want to say, Scorpio. Can be very cutting at times. However, very effective too. Sagittarius. Oh, my beautiful Sagittarius. Everybody needs a Sag in their life. So this is happening in your house of relationships, the new moon. And so you're going to have the sextile between your 9th and your 7th house. Sorry, your 8th and your 6th house. Your 6th house of your day-to-day. In your health, your day-to-day routines, and your 8th house of transformation. So, Sagittarius, let's see what creativity wants to come through for you. Oh, Sacred Mirrors. Ooh, this is a number 33 card, Master Builder. Okay, so Sagittarius, 7th house. Are you wanting to start a really important relationship here? It could be, you know, with, sorry, my nose is just running there. This could be in any kind of relationship too, right? It doesn't just have to be romantic. Could be a work, could be like with partners, business, family, could be with parents, could be with children. This is your one-to-one relationships. And I just want to say, like, Sag is the, you know, the opposite sign of Gemini. So there's a mirroring here. So you have the new moon in Gemini. It's going to be opposing. What is this? Oh, I got two here. Hierophant, higher self, Hierophant, and 6 of Wands. So 6 of Wands is victory. Hierophant, that's Taurus. Now, Sagittarius, there is no doubt you can achieve whatever you want. You have that optimism and that go for it. So this new moon is asking you to show up, is allowing you to set seeds about showing up in relationships. There might be some transformation that you want to look at through your day-to-day. And Hierophant, like that can be, this is Taurus energy, although Hierophant is also like tradition, which can be, you can be looking at traditions through your 9th house as well. You rule the 9th house, that is your home. So there's something, or no, sorry, I keep going back to the 9th house. The 8th house, just erase what I said there, Sag, about the 9th house. So the 8th house of transformation. So, and in your 6th house with Mars is how we take action. So whatever action it is that you might need to take in transforming your day-to-day, and it pulling that through a relationship. It might be how you have to show up in a relationship. Maybe you want to show up in a relationship in a more solid way. Maybe your relationship needs more freedom. Just like freedom. But maybe this is, you're at a point in your life where it's not just about your freedom. There's other people to consider. So I'm not sure. That could show up in a number of ways for you, Sag. Capricorn. So this new moon is happening in your 6th house of daily routines, health, your job. Where are we going here? Capricorn, 6th house. You are working with this sextile between your house of relationships and your house of creativity, fun, and romance. So Capricorn, we know you like to structure fun and all that. So this is an opportunity to maybe break free of that. So with this new moon in your 6th house, that probably feels comfortable in some way because the 6th house is earth energy and your earth energy. So let's just see what the energies of the 7 want to say to you. Ooh, 46, the uncharted sea. The uncharted sea. This uncharted sea is a nod to the 5th house, to Mars in the 5th house is asking you about go with that flow. The uncharted sea, water, moving. Mars is action. Your 5th house is the fun and the creativity. And you can't always schedule fun and creativity. Sometimes you just have to be in it and allow it to come through. And just throw, you know, caution to the wind. Like Saturn or Capricorn, you're so good at the routine and setting things up and the structure and the box and how it's done. But this is asking you to break free of that. And so setting maybe some intentions around allowing yourself more time to just be and see what kind of energy flows in that allows your creativity to be more fluid, maybe. Isn't that interesting how, when you start talking about different, or at least I feel this way, when I start talking about different energies, I notice my speech changes. Like with Capricorn, I slowed down. Did you notice that? And then with Gemini, even with Sag, it's like, just seriously, I definitely felt that. Okay, Capricorn, wow, man, you are slow. But I could use that in my life. Okay, so what does the tarot want you to know too, Capricorn? Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands is very fiery. She's very passionate. She's full of inspiration. So allow that fifth house Mars to move you, right? Capricorn doesn't move too fast. But right now you're being asked to allow movement to come in at a quicker clip. And for the record, we're all going to be moved at a quicker clip regardless come July, because the energy is shifting that way. There you go, Capricorn. Hope that's helpful. Aquarius. Good old Aquarius. So this is happening in your fifth house of creativity and fun. Now, honestly, Aquarius, I don't think you probably need any help with that. You are so good at just, allowing yourself to do what's right for you. So anyways, that's where it is. Your sextile is between your sixth house of daily routines and your fourth house of family and home. So this feels really, it just feels really positive for Aquarius no matter what. So let's see. What does Sacred Creator wish you to know? Maybe this is just going to help you with direction. Feels very already, yeah. I mean, it's air energy, right? So, okay, let's speak here. Doesn't want to come through. Aquarius is so good at just doing its own thing anyways. It doesn't really worry. Creator Fire. Yeah. Creator on Fire is the fifth house. So this is going to be passionate for you. I feel like this new moon in Aquarius for you in the fifth house is just going to be wonderful, just alive and creative and fun and romantic and childlike and just beautiful. Oh, I like that. And so, what does the tarot want you to know? Oh my God, Queen of Wands, you are on fire, girl. Guy, whoever you are, that's the energy, right? Look at you. Wow. Queen of Wands 2 times in a row between Capricorn and Aquarius. Wow. Okay. There you go. And final one is Pisces. Here we are, 33 minutes. Pisces, this new moon is happening in your house of home and your roots, your lineage, ancestry. It's below the surface. It's where you feel comfortable or maybe not comfortable. It's where you can, Pisces is, the two worlds. So let's see, it's happening in your fourth house. What does the energy want you to know? The Mercury is in your fifth house, speaking through your creativity. You're very creative. And your Mars is in your third house of how you communicate. So, what does the Oracle of the Seven wish you to know? Pisces. Pisces rising. Quiet the mind. This is a 32 card. Okay. This is you kind of in your element, really, isn't it? Because that person looks like they're meditating. I just saw the number 333. For me, that's a signal, not a sign. I don't see numbers as signs anymore. I see them as signals. So 333 Pisces for me is a signal of yes, mind, body, spirit. moving through the 3D life. You know, they're all one, they're not separate. It's very much about alignment. And this new moon might allow you to really anchor into your roots, whether your roots are here on Earth or your roots in the stars, right? Your star lineage could be very loud for you. You might want to set intentions of learning more about your galactic life. Maybe, or any life that you had. This could be a time where you might decide you want to do something or learn something even through, I was about to say shamanic healing, but what I meant to say is like regression, where you can really tap into and learn about different lives that you've lived. We're always actually currently living them, everything at once. Nothing is separate. However, from this 3D Earth perspective, it seems separate, right? But it's not. So maybe you're setting intentions there, or maybe just doing ancestral healing. There could be a plethora of ways you want to work with this. And I would think, I feel like getting quiet with yourself will help bring through direction and maybe what you really want to work with. So you've got Mercury in your 5th house, and you have Mars in your 3rd house of communication. So, Mars, I'm not sure how that'll come up. Through speech, talk, maybe talking within your dreams. You could not try. I do this is kind of fun, is setting intentions before you go to sleep. In astro, meeting someone, talking to them, working through, show me how to get to where I need to go. That sounds very helpful. Whoops. Okay, let's see what the cards want to say to you, Pisces. I have this one, but I think I'm going to choose I'm going to choose the Light Seers. It has more the deck is a different creative. There's the moon, right? New moon. It's a different kind of structure. So I just feel like it's what I want to use for you, Pisces. So what does this tarot wish you to know? Actually, for you, Pisces, I'm going to say lean into. What would we, if you lean into something, what is it for this new moon? New moon in Pisces. New moon in Gemini for Pisces, please. Wow. Got 3. We got the sun. Sun rules the 5th house. So Mercury is in your 5th house. The star, which is healing. And the 2 of Wands, make a wish. Okay, Pisces, that's for you. I will end this video now. It's 40 minutes. I do want to say on June 29th, Mercury will go retrograde. So it's going to move its way back through Cancer and then come back over it again. And it will stay in Cancer till August. So something to think about as well. So I hope that was fun. I enjoyed doing it. It was something different, just something kind of spontaneous. And spontaneity is going to be important moving forward because the energy is moving faster. So uncertainty, we're just going to learn how to live with it. And the reason everything feels so uncertain is because we're moving into the energy where time is no longer linear. So we can't make things certain. We are going through a period of learning, of alchemating. I said alchemating, but I'm not saying that right. Sorry. Allowing our bodies to alchemate. I'm still saying it wrong. Sorry, it doesn't sound right. to this new nonlinear time. And it's really hard because you can't even put it into words, really. We can all feel it, but there's not actually a language yet to explain it. So we're moving in that way. So when we lean into knowing that we're safe, we're protected, that we've got this, and we came here for this, and that linear time is kind of dissolving almost, that we've got this, and we just trust and live in this now moment, and each moment takes us to the next. And I don't know, that kind of was a runoff, but that's just what I'm feeling coming through. And I guess that's a Gemini, right? Like Gemini really is Gemini wants to speak, wants to communicate, wants to share. It is information. It's going to be coming through faster and quicker. Again, that's why I would say to anybody trying to do something new or having, insights, flashes of insights coming through with this new moon, regardless of what sign it's in for you, write it down, because they can be fast and fleeting. And right now, we're just kind of collecting everything we're getting to know. At least I know I am. Collecting everything that's coming in, because at some point it's going to shift, and then we'll be like, oh, that's what this is for. So there you go. Have yourself a wonderful new moon in Gemini. Bye for now.